Hi. This is a monologue from episode 53 of Welcome to Night Vale, the September monologues. There's 3 monologues in it. It's the second one. It's written by Jeffrey Craner and Joseph Fink, and I forget the name of the person who originally... Kate something? Yeah, Kate something. I forget the name of the person who originally says it. Nobody's made a good album in years. Michelle, you say. That's not true. And you're right. Very little of what I have to say is true, but some of it is. Make of that what you will. Or don't. I don't trust you to make anything good. Hang on, we have a customer. Dark Owl Records! You! Why are you here? What do you want? Never mind, they left. We sold a pretty decent record the other day. It was a Beach Boys album. Everybody thinks Beach Boys are the best. And fine, they contributed a lot to American music. And you can really hear their influence in people like Cole Porter, Joni Mitchell, and Mozart. But I'm so sick of everyone thinking they know music just because they bought a Beach Boys album. I begged him not to get it. It was, of course, their album with their biggest hits. The People Under the Floor, I'm Being Followed, Tracking Device Inside My Skin, and, of course, their most famous song, Hand Me That Hammer, Madam Dentist. He bought it anyway, but I broke it into little pieces as I handed it to him, then told him that the store was closed and he wasn't allowed to leave. He's still in the basement somewhere. Some people came looking for him, but I covered my hands with my eyes and sat quietly so they couldn't see me. Point being, there are some good albums in the world, but not many. Oh, guess what I ordered just last week. It should be coming in any days. If you're a true lover of folk music, you'll be just as excited as I am. I ordered 25 copies of Woody Guthrie. They're scaled replicas of him in his most recognizable pose. A guitar in one hand and an aquarium full of mice in his other 2 hands. They're 3-to-1 scale replicas, so with our low ceilings, I'll have to keep them outside the store in people's lawns and near highway overpasses and such, but they're just great. Wait, never mind. Folk music's over. It's done. Came and went. Stop listening to folk music. The Guthrie replicas are now 70% off, but please don't buy them. You want to know what music I listen to? Joy Division. Not Untold Pleasures. Everyone's listening to that album. That album will never be talked about by me ever again. I'm listening to a different Joy Division album. It's a pretty recent album that's never actually been released because I never actually wrote, produced, or recorded it. But I got my hands on it. I listen to it every day, but in private, so it's not ruined by other people having heard it or talked to me about it. It's a really good album. I cry when I listen to it. I cry when I think about it. I'm crying now. I'm sure it doesn't seem to you like I'm crying, but that's because you can't comprehend my crying. It doesn't seem to you, you can't see or hear me crying because you don't know me. This Joy Division album truly knows me in a way that no other human being has. Anyway, that's my full list of songs that I like. Oh, the coroner's here. Linda, the new Panic at the Disco album came in. I've been selling her blank CDs and just saying that's for years now, and saying that's just Panic at the Disco's aesthetic. That they release silent songs with no titles on albums with no tracks, cover art, or names. But they really did come out with a new album, and it's called Quit Fabricating Our Musical Career, Michelle. So I'm a bit worried about that. But I think I'm really impacting the future of music. We pride ourselves on that here at Dark Owl Records, impacting the future of music. Also the past. We care about impacting the past of music. I hate Panic. Also, I'm wearing a hat right now, so know that. I hate Panic at the Disco. Well, I've never actually listened to their music, so I don't so much as hate them, rather resent them. Or rather, resent what they stand for. Or rather, resent what I think they stand for. Or rather, resent my perception of other people's projections of what they stand for. Or rather, myself. What I'm saying is I hate myself. I think we have that in common. I'm sure that Panic at the Disco would be fine if I actually listened to them. I mean, a lot of people buy their music. But a lot of people also buy a lot of ridiculous things. Minivans, dogs, towels, medicine, name it, and somebody will buy it. Linda, is that a Public Enemy cassette? You do not have hip-hop access. We have a pretty decent hip-hop collection. Actually, that was a lie. We just have that one cassette, and it's broken. Anyway, t-shirts, posters, and trance music are all 50% off this weekend, so come visit the store. Actually, never mind. We're closed until further notice. And you wouldn't be allowed in anyway. Not with that tattoo. Who has a Woody Guthrie tattoo these days, anyway?